What's good, YouTube? It's your boy DJ back again. Sitting here thinking, got stuff in my mind, man. Being a parent. Man. If I knew then what I knew now, I'd be a whole lot more prepared. Because I'm dealing with some stuff right now. Man. I told y'all before I have 3 kids, right? 11-year-old, an 8, and a 6-year-old. 2 girls and a boy. And all 3 of them are going through adjustments. But the one I'm having the most issue with right now is my son, the 8-year-old. I don't know, man. It's a lot, you know. He's not focused like you know, he's not really focused. You know, a lot of people say it's you know, he might have ADD, ADHD, and all that stuff. I don't know. We still my wife, she wants to go get him tested to see what the problem is, because, you know, he goes to school and my man is having like all types of issues in school as far as his attention span goes. You know, he can't really get it together. You know, he comes home, man, it's just one thing after another with him. You know, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating as a parent, because you want to see your kids do good, do better. You know, especially from what you came from, and you know, you seen my man going through what he's going through right now. Is, like I said, it's stressful, to say the least, you know. And I'm kind of torn with the whole thing, because my son is not stupid, he's not dumb. But, you know, sometimes what I tell him, the way he acts, sometimes to certain things will give that perception to have other people think that about you. And AC just kicked on. So as a parent, I don't want that for my kid. I don't want that. You know? My wife says, you know, she often tells me when she was coming up, she had the same issue. Her father, same issue. So and now my son is going through the same thing. And I don't know how to deal with this. I don't. I really don't. Because I guess for me, I look at it as being disrespectful to your teachers, because he goes to school and it seems like every other day, if not every day, he gets written up for disrespect. You know, talking back, talking or playing while the teacher's teaching the class. And when he gets in trouble and he knows he's going to get in trouble, or he knows the consequences of his actions, you know, when the teacher's writing him up to send that letter home to me and his mom, he will either snatch the notebook from the teacher, because he don't want the note to go home, or he'll ball it up and hide it somewhere. He never throws it in the trash, but he always hides it somewhere that it gets found and gets to me anyway. So he gets in trouble again, you know? So it's like, man, you know, like I said, his attention span is, have you ever seen like a dog? Not comparing my son to a dog. I'm just saying, if a dog can be looking at you, and all of a sudden something catches his eye, he's out. That's my son. His attention span is just, he has none. He has none. The stuff that he responds to is not helping him at all. It's getting him in more trouble because he loves to draw. He loves art, but he does it at the wrong time. Video games. He wants to play video games all the time, but I guess in his mind, I play these games. He played these games for however long he's playing them for, and when he's off the game, when the game is done, he still has the video game in his head. So he acts out the video game, i.e., playing with his sister, going through the motions what the video game did. Takes that same mentality, and goes to school, right? And goes to school with it, and gets in trouble at school because he's still in that play frame of mind. It's like, man, dude, you can't do that. You're gonna have to know how to turn one thing off and cut something else on. But I guess because he's so young right now, he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. And I see it. I see the struggle. Because when I'm helping him with his homework, or his mom is helping him with his homework, it's like, simple stuff that all kids should know. And it's just not there with him. I'm talking about like elementary, like kindergarten stuff. Some questions I'll ask him, and if his little sister hear it, she'll blurt out the answer before he would. And for me, that's so frustrating. It's like, come on, man, you know this stuff. We're not those type of parents that are not engaged with their kids. Because we sit there with him every day for hours on end, trying to get Elijah to understand, the importance of stuff. Homework, everything. And he'll retain it for that long. Go to school and it's like, Elijah, what happened? Every now and then, he'll bring something good home. Every now and then. But for the most part, it's just not, I don't know. So, personally, for me, it's like I'm going to start cutting back on certain things with him. TV. Not take it completely away from him, but scaling back on it so much. Video games, all that. Yes, he's a kid, and kids need to play, but for somebody in his situation right now, a lot of stuff gonna have to scale back. We're the sisters too, all my kids, because there's more to life than video games and cartoons, and I don't want to see any of my kids fail. I want to set them up for success. I want to set them up for success. I want them to be better, or have it better than what I had when I was you don't catch that train now, you're gonna miss it, and it's gonna get harder and harder, and next thing you know, man, you can be. I'm at work right now, but anyway. Yeah, man, it's like I just don't want that for my kids. I don't. You know, my youngest, she's very impressionable right now. She's at that age where she just does it because everybody else is doing it. You know, and we got a saying in my house. You know, be a leader, not a follower. You know, matter of fact, my wife, she had that up on my son's his wall in his room. You know, be a leader, not a follower. You know what I'm saying? We got too many followers, and not enough leaders. You know, and she's doing stuff because other kids are doing it, and her most impressionable one right now is her older brother, because her older brother's doing all kind of crazy crap. Not just only in school, he just does stuff, and it's like, what the hell, man? But she'll see him do it, and she'll do it. You know, like right now, she's getting in trouble in school and on the bus because, you know, she's putting her little hands on people and getting in trouble for it. You know, and that's bullying, and I'm not raising no bullies. So we nipping that in the bud with the quickness. We putting the chill on that. You feel me? With the quickness. You know, like I said, she's still young, 6 years old. You know, we don't have any other issues with her as far as school, and it's that type of behavior right there we're not going to deal with. We're going to nip that in the bud. She should be fine. She should be fine. Now the oldest. Oh, man. 11 years old. 11 going on 11,000 because she thinks she knows everything, right? But I guess that's the way all kids are at that age. Hell, I probably was too. You probably were too. But, you know, she's growing. And I wish I could hit the pause button on that one. I wish I could hit the pause button on that one, man. Because, you know, I watch her and I'm like, man. Having a daughter, I got 2 of them. You know, maybe y'all know, man. I don't know. And mine is still young. You know, I look at my wife, her best friend, older kids, and I'm like, you know, they're in their teens, and, you know, I talked to her and her husband, and he was like, man, wait till they're that age. You really gonna see some stuff. You think you seen something now. You ain't seen nothing yet. And I'm like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it, man. I don't want to see it. I just want to put my blinders on, cuz, but, you know, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I'm just trying to get her focused, just to keep her focused on school. You know, we talk to her. You know, like you're not blind to the, you know what I'm saying, things like, you know, boys and stuff like that. She's human. You know, she's gonna start noticing boys. Boys are damn sure noticing her. And yeah, you know, they're noticing her because she's. I don't like it. I don't like it, but it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. And I'm just at a loss right now, man. I be hitting that button like, how come this pause button is not working? You know, but life goes on. Life goes on. I just, whew, you know, I mean, I monitor everything she does as far as getting online. She has a cell phone. She has Instagram. I make sure I follow her on Instagram because I'm watching everything and everybody. You know, what she posts, some stuff she posts. You know, if it's inappropriate, I'll let her know with the quickness. Hey, take this down. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell her why. Because, you know, at that age, they don't know. They don't. You know, but like I said, I'm right there. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care what nobody say. As far as, you know, well, that's her private stuff and this, that, and the third. No. That's a problem now with these kids. Everybody think because they have their own computers and their own cell phones and whatnot that they're entitled to this privacy. I don't remember signing that contract. I've never seen it before. Never. So until somebody can present that paperwork to me that says that, then I'll abide by it. Until then, I'm going to be all up in her business. All up in her business. Because that's what I do. I'm her father. Nobody's going to look out for her like Daddy will. So I'm not going to let none of these snakes slither in and steal her innocence, because that's not going to happen. Not on my watch. Not as long as I'm breathing. So you can call me Super Snoop, Nosy, what the hell ever. I don't care. That's my job as a parent, as her father. And she understands, she gets it. She's a smart kid, my smart honor roll student. Hit and miss in the principal's list, but you know what I'm saying, she's dead and you know by a point or two, but you know what I'm saying, but she's up there. You know what I'm saying? Have no issue. Matter of fact, I've never had an issue with her in school about anything. She fairly understands, you know what I'm saying, stuff or whatever. But she, like I said, she's at that what do you call it, the tweens. Yeah, she's there right now. You know. But that's my true mini-me right there. You know what I'm saying? Because we have the same outlook on stuff sometimes. But you know, I guess because she's a girl, she's a little more emotional. But that's women, I guess. But that's me. You know, that's me. My wife said I have a smart mouth sometimes. She has it. I mean, all my mannerisms, she has them. You know, my sense of style, she's getting there. She's getting there, but you know what I'm saying, it's all good. But she follows in daddy's footsteps. You know what I'm saying? She's not that type of kid that when I tell her something for her own benefit, for her own good, she goes against the grain. You know? No, she listens. You know, she listens. Some stuff, you know, we bump heads on, but that's normal stuff. You know, keep the room clean, dishes, you know, that's normal stuff. But the real life stuff, the true life stuff, you know what I'm saying, she gets that. She gets that. It's just me being her father, you know, going through what she's going through right now, because she's becoming a young lady. She's becoming a woman, you know, right before my eyes, and I can't do anything about it. I can't stop it, you know. I can't. Dad's at the pool and everything, and you know, two boys in the neighborhood was there as well. You know, and I, of course, yes, I'm sitting right there, and I'm watching them because I trust my daughter. I don't trust them fools. I don't know them. You know, so she comes to me later on and was like, "Yeah, Dad, whatever the boy's name, fat boy and skinny boy, were like, I don't think your dad likes us because he keeps looking at us." And I should have told her, you could have go ahead and confirmed that. You know, my daughter, she's super nice though, you know what I'm saying? She's like, oh, you know, he just making sure I'm okay, which I was, but you know.